Howdy folks, and welcome to this Let's Play of Hearts of Iron 4, which we're playing as Turkey, or rather the neo-Ottoman Empire. Enjoy, of course, this Let's Play. And as you can see, we have got some of the Greek, or actually we got pretty much the entire Greece territory, with the exception of Crete. We've got part of Bulgaria. We got a little section here in, I guess that's also Bulgaria, or maybe that's just Yugoslavia. Then we had pushed originally through Romania there, but that became Legionnaire Romania. And at the moment we are really engaged in the Caucasus here in trying to push through into the southern belly of Russia. At the same time, of course, the Germans are busy on their eastern front, the Russian western front, to try to push them back. The only problem I've got a little bit on this side is my manpower position. So yeah, let's see how that actually develops during this particular session here. We've been pushing the front slowly forward. You should see that reflected also in the numbers of people here. Still trying to basically push towards that southern side of that river here, to at least basically have the river as an extra defensive line. Okay, so looking at where that stands is good. One of my air wings has no missions. Well, which air wing is that? Standing by. Okay. Close air support. Let's allocate you towards there. I'll allocate you towards there. Let's have a look what kind of missions we got. Air superiority would be nice here. In this particular region, close air support as well as air superiority would be great to have as well. Is there anything else? Have I got any? No national focus at the moment, so let's see what we could do. Could go for a nuclear effort. I'm not able to start that one because I've basically chosen the other one. Can I still choose bomber focus? No, I can't because I've basically chosen the other path. So really this is, I think, the last one we can really go for. Our current war participation is 4.7%. Ah, yes, we were also busy in Iran. We'd conquered Iraq. So that's where we get pretty much all of our oil from at the moment. So in terms of our trade position, we shouldn't really be trading for any more oil. So if we look at oil, we are exporting oil there actually. We're not importing. We've got a surplus here. And you should also see that in terms of aluminum. I've got a slight surplus, which might mean I can actually reduce my imports. Rubber I'm importing because, yeah, well, I need rubber. Steel is really my biggest import, as you can see, and I've got a big surplus in terms of chromium. Exporting a large chunk of that to various different nations. I don't know exactly who to, but that doesn't really matter, does it? We are still engaged in sea warfare here as well. So we attacked some of the American subs operating here in the sea here, which is great to see. Perfect. Okay, we've got sufficient fighters here operating to basically get aerial superiority over the Black Sea. So we basically cover this region here. Should I really be focusing or getting my air superiority in a different region maybe? Hold on, can I allocate some of these fighters towards the next region? Can apparently, as you can see. Let's see. Okay, I'll them operating as such. Let's have another look at our total air force. Good fighters operating over Iran as well to keep Iran safe. Now we got troops here stationed here as well, which at the moment I would like to be able to move around a bit more. We're being driven back here, it looks like. Are we being driven back? No, we're actually attacking them. That's good. That is very good, I would say. We're defending here and we're basically doing pretty well. Alright. Perfect. Alright. 58. Well, let's keep it as such, that's fine. Everything is going pretty okay. Not amazing, but yeah, pretty okay is still good. 60% there. That's one of our tanks that we basically got on the front line here. The Russians had invaded Iran. I'm just trying to push them out there. They're still attacking me here, as you can see. I'm still counter-attacking at the same time. Connection between these two? I'm not sure. I don't think there is. Interestingly enough, we got lots of troops moving around through here. Looks like we're doing pretty okay there. Okay, over here we're currently winning. Good. So if we're able to cut them off here, we might even be able to move into Sevastopol over there. I would be inclined though to try to basically move the front line towards this line here. So instead of keeping it down here, we could basically somehow get our hands on the Rostov base there. That'd be ideal, wouldn't it? At the same time, we got another base here. Astrakhan. Enemy has air superiority, okay. Is there some way of basically moving my supplies into here? Hold on. Pause the game briefly. So if I look at my supply routes, logistics. No, that's not the one. How do I basically get this to... Click to select fleet. It is home base. I'd like to be able to move supplies straight from here into there. How do I do that? Interesting question. Supplies. If I look at my supply movement, resources, no, supplies is that one here. So that indicates where I'm short of supplies. So this region here is running short of supplies here. Supply throughput limit and capacity. How much are we using here? Does this also show me the actual routes? It does show me all the different routes that we actually got. I would ideally like to just move my supplies over the actual sea here. The Black Sea. Not sure I can do that. Can I create those links? No. I know in the previous instance, previous version of this game, we could actually manually allocate routes if we wanted to. That's not going to work. This one is not going to help there either. Production, no. Construction. Trade? No. Could we do something in the trade window? No, I don't think so. Diplomacy is not relevant. Research, well, we're researching stuff, but again, that doesn't allow me to set up a route for actual bits and bobs to go into there. Okay, well, this is blue. Let's get the clock running. It doesn't seem like it is possible to manually allocate those supply routes across the sea if I wanted to. Anyways, let's kick up the clock speed on the game. Let's make sure we're back at the right front here. And that gives us a nice overview of the numbers. So as you can see, we got 89 divisions there. They got 62. Their numbers are increasing. 66, 63. They're going up and down a little bit. You also get a great overview of the number of divisions in terms of Germans on the front line. 120, 145. They also got divisions here engaged. I see lots of divisions here in the hinterland, really. Got some divisions here in the north. There had been an invasion here on the coast. Well, actually, there's still an invasion here going on in Spain, where basically the British as well as the Americans are invading. From the north side, there had been an invasion in Italy that's been repulsed, it looks like. So at the moment, really the main fronts are the eastern fronts and of course the fronts in Spain. Right, if I wanted to move some additional units into there, that is relatively easy to do, it looks like. Okay, perfect. Alright, let's get these guys into there. See if we can actually move them into that Crimean territory here. Somehow basically just take the entire Crimea, that would be grand, wouldn't it? The basic contains Sevastopol there, plus of course create a little bit of a backdoor into the territory that's being attacked by the Germans there. Now we do of course continue to create new units here. Now, can I actually allocate an extra leader to here? We don't have any extra leaders, but I can easily get one. I've got enough capacity for that. Now, I want to base you over here. Now, let me first move you into that particular base. Let's have another look at our naval units. Yep, looks like we're doing okay on these. Eastern side of that front line here isn't too heavily defended by ourselves, but yeah, that should be okay. Support them there in that sense. That's great. And these are really Shanking units, which are basically supporting the Soviets there. troops moving around here, it looks like. Not always sure why the AI moves the troops around. Sometimes I just don't see the logic in it. Okay, that's, I guess, just the AI's way of basically making sure everything stays well taken care of. Alright, what else can I do here? That one's slowly being reduced in terms of troop numbers. These guys here. I want to be able to move into there and then move into the back. So take various different routes into similar territories to still be able to achieve whatever we're looking to achieve here, and that's really getting superiority on both the ground as well as in the air. Alright, seeing our units moving further into the Crimea. Once the Crimea has been basically split off from the rest, that should again make our life a little bit easier. We've got various different defensive structures in place here. As you can see, naval structures, naval defenses. There's, of course, a naval base here. I did move these guys here earlier, didn't I? No, actually I want to stay here, and I want to basically send them out on search and destroy in this particular territory. I'm slowly losing troops, so at the moment I'm down to 639. I'm kind of hoping to be able to take that to different positions yet again. Else that's going on this front line that we need to be aware of. Okay. Looks like we're doing pretty okay on these front lines here. Really in agreement with all the movement that's being generated by the AI, but it's nothing I can do about that really. Look at the number of submarines in the sea here though. I would suspect that they're all mine, but just because I send them out on search and destroy missions. Germans are not doing too well on the front, I would say, but I'm not sure what we can do to assist them in that sense. Enemy has superiority in the Ukraine, but that's fine. I was kind of hoping that the Germans would be able to get some superiority on that particular front. And again, they say that we've got a particular unit here that's got no mission at the moment. This one's actually depleted, so I'm actually going to get rid of that particular unit. That is at the moment reallocated to the Caucasus. I'm going to keep them in the Caucasus there. Yeah, that'll do for the moment. That will most definitely do. So what's happening here in Iran? So we're still battling here. Still slowly moving into there. Really my main drive is here in the Caucasus and the Kuban region. Let's set it back to army intelligence here. Looks like I might be able to move into Sevastopol there. Alright. This unit here, I want to move into there. Here, I want to be able to move straight to there. Let's support that unit there. It's very, very slow moving because, of course, there's being so many mountains here and so forth, but shouldn't really be a big hindrance. Us here again. We're still attacking them in certain positions here, which is great. Alright, let's reinforce that attack there somewhat. So they're attacking us, which is interesting. So we are still keeping them away from here, which is great. We will need to be able to support them there. Don't tell me we actually won and actually captured Sevastopol. Interesting. Alright, let's briefly pause the game. Now, I do want to basically take on again this general here. This general here should also have an additional bit of front line here that we should be able to edit. Can I basically extend that all the way to here? Not really. But, of course, I can create a new front line. Here. To which I can then assign individual units later on. Let's assign this unit to that front line here. Plus this one as well. Perfect. Interesting to see this. Interesting. Looks like actually our manpower numbers have gone up again. So the numbers had originally decreased. Probably to do with the fact that we've actually gained some territory here. That's actually got people living in there. So we do have some people coming in to help us. And there is monthly growth, so 5 recruitable. Okay, cool. I like it. Encirclement penalty. Well, there's nowhere for you to go, I know. try to attack those guys there. See what we can get from that. Oh, actually, I didn't actually start the clock again. Ah, we've got 3 dockyards. Interesting. So what do I want to do with the dockyards? I want to basically get some extra of these. I also want to get some extra submarines. Insufficient resources. Of which type are we running short? Insufficient steel. Interesting, steel. And we are importing from Vichy, France. Let's import some more from them. Surplus. What are we still importing? What are we still importing where we actually got a surplus on? I think we're in a good position now. Look at that. Look at those numbers there all of a sudden. They've increased up substantially. Right, we are still trying to take that city. It would indeed be nice to be able to get support in from various different units. Stop this attack. Is there some stop attack button? Would be great, because at the moment it looks like I will just have to say it's one at a time. No, we're not going to carry on attacking. Actually, we're actually doing quite well at the moment all of a sudden. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. There's an interesting base here, of course. I want to basically... No, I don't want you to be allocated to there. I want you to stay here. Right, so let's deselect you from... do that. I want to basically allocate these guys to the front. Is there a front I can basically draw here? Not really. Alright, let's do this differently. Let's just select these units and try to go into there. If we can. That'll create a bit of a nice situation for the Russians there. Up the speed of the game a little bit. How many points do we get for Krasnodar? 5. Okay. Cool. So we've moved the front forward quite a bit already in this particular session today. Be able to take that particular province relatively quickly. lots of support for that particular bit there. In terms of strength, it's... Whoa, they're now at 9%. Huh. These guys here, these guys are really down to 27%, but again, I've got numerous different troops here. That one's in low supply, which is not great, but okay. Okay. Good. I guess this is a little bit of micromanagement I'm doing over here at the moment, but yeah, okay. So be it. Let's see what's happening here, just on this side here. Again, this did the same. They said the same again. Move your troops back. I don't want that. I want to basically be able to hold this particular front line as well. Now let's go back to this particular leader here. I've got an extra front line I should be able to create. Okay. And if I then allocate these guys here to it. And how do I do that again? I basically want to assign divisions. Sweet. Same with these. I want to assign these divisions to there as well. Perfect. Okay, for that purpose I'm moving my troops forward. There's really not much movement here yet, it looks like. There's less Germans on the southern side here now than there used to be. In terms of our numbers here, we are still in the majority on this side as well. Not as much as we had before. Let's look in this particular territory here. Okay, let's take on that particular position there. Any of these that I control at the moment? Doesn't look like it, does it? I've got no intel here whatsoever. None. Which is an absolute pity, because I've got no clue what to do now. Or how I can actually potentially move these. I could try to attack that. Let's see what that does. They've got pretty good strengths. So I'll try to basically support them with, of course, some tanks. That hopefully helps. I've got some airplanes with no missions, it says here. Okay. Let's move these guys over into that base there. Perfect. Resistance to occupation, yes, in various different places. Which, okay, is not ideal, but yeah, well, we can live with that for the moment being. Alright, let's have a look at our troop positions again. That. Let's see what that does for us. That's an interesting one. Cut them off there somehow. Attacking us here. Which is not ideal, but okay. further reinforcements coming from here. Let's try to attack with a couple of these. Ah! Finished research. Experimental rockets. Cool. So I wanted to basically push them back from these front lines here, which is exactly what I'm doing now. Look at all those troops moving around there to basically try to keep us from that city there. Intriguing. Anyways, looking at the clock, I think it's more than overdue for us to call it a day. So hopefully you've seen us moving our front line up a little bit over here. Not majorly, but yeah, any little bit of movement actually is for the positive, I would say. So what we're going to do next, or at least next turn, next time, is I guess we will basically look at pushing them even further. Put a bit more pressure on from this side as well. Actually, I might already do that straight away with issuing the orders here already. And next time, hopefully, we'll of course be able to then get a larger chunk of this particular region, and hopefully we'll be able to get more support from the Germans. Because at the moment, the Germans seems to have been in a bit of a stalemate position here. Numbers fairly equal here on the front, but they've got quite a bit of troops in the hinterland, which are not necessarily required there. And in reality, they are trying to push here into Denmark still, but they're not really having any traction there, it looks like. So, yep, that kind of leaves us in that particular position for the moment. Let's save the game away like I had said. So this is Let's Play number 26. As Turkey. Alright, hopefully you enjoyed it, and I'm more than well, of course, looking forward to any feedback from you, so please feel free to leave some comments down below. Have a good day. Bye bye.